Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All good.
Prabhu, all good. Srila Prabhupada Gurudev.
Nice to see you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Prabhu. How are you, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. We are doing good.
Yes, Prabhu. So, you didn't go this week, Prabhu, to New Vrindavan?
No, Prabhuji, I did not go to the temple this weekend. So
Okay, Prabhu.
at home. So.
Yeah, I got a calendar from New Vrindavan, all like the cows, each cow's name and about the.
Yes. Very nice, very nice. Okay, Prabhuji, I'll be right back. Huh?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Radhayatra Prabhu, Dadat Pranam, Hall Guru, Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev.
Anand Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudev. How are you, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, Prabhu. How are you, Prabhu?
Good. How is the weather?
Weather is okay. Today is 70, Prabhu. It's going to be 70.
Yesterday we had 64 or something. Today it is maybe 40, 45.
Okay.
It's going to rain, I think. So how is Mataji, everybody? Children?
Yeah, everyone doing Prabhu. Good, Prabhu. Siddhant is staying in a dorm or in an apartment, Prabhu?
He stayed 1 year in dorm, then he complained, I can't stay there. Things are not all right. So this year he is staying in apartment, Prabhu, close to campus.
Okay, okay. Actually, today we are going to college station to look for apartment. For so from next year fall onwards, he's thinking of going to apartment.
Right. Usually they don't like the way things are because I used to do that, Prabhu. Yeah. But you were saying he stays close to home, no? Or he's not able to?
Weekend he comes weekends.
Okay. Yeah, first year will be frequent, then afterwards, hopefully they will get adjusted. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
So how is the temple?
Prabhu is joining, Prabhu? Shamsundar Prabhu is
No. Prabhuji will come, I think, maybe any moment.
Okay.
So how is the new temple? It is inaugurated already, no? 2-3 years back. We saw while it was under construction.
Where?
Your temple.
Yes.
New temple is open. That's what I am asking because.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, it's very nice, Prabhu. They opened a few years before.
Yeah, so when we went, it was under construction, though, I think.
Oh, okay.
5-6 years back.
Okay. Now everything is complete, renovation-wise. Now, yeah. For you, what is the closest temple, Prabhu, for you? Since
our temple, we have to go to New Vrindavan, or 1 hour is Columbus.
Columbus, okay.
That's the nearest temple. We have a center here, but few people, so we have a Bhakti Vriksha here, ours.
Okay.
So going on like that.
Okay.
That's good. It is a good chance for you. So you know some of the devotees there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah. Now here also, in our area, we are doing Bhaktisastri program every Friday. 7 to 9:30 it go.
Okay, good.
And Sunday evening is a temple program.
Yeah, okay.
And we are planning to do every Sunday morning Mangala Aarti at homes.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good. Okay, bro.
Yeah, so each house take turn, each 1 week like that.
Who are the devotees in your group?
Here in our group, Prarit Prabhu.
I don't know.
Is aspiring to get initiation. But he is a very good Prabhu. He is conducting program here.
Okay. Pradeep Prabhu?
Prarit Prabhu.
Correct, Prabhu. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, Advaita Chandra Prabhu is also main here.
Okay.
But once in a while only he comes here.
Okay. That's good, Prabhu. How far is the temple?
Temple is a 30 minutes drive from our home.
30 minutes. So must.
Yeah, 25 miles, Prabhu.
25 miles.
So, a highway.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, around every week, 400 devotees coming.
Yeah, that's a big temple, very old temple also.
Yeah, okay.
That's good. Big city also, and it is quite cosmopolitan in the sense you'll find a lot of Indians.
Yes, 97% in the temple Indians.
Okay.
In Chicago, we see like a different scenario. Chicago, yeah.
That's good, bro. That's a nice chance to serve.
Yeah, we should have varieties. So like I was also asking, like we need to have local community also. We have to bring, right, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what Maharaj wants, and that's
Yeah.
what is important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indian people will come anyway. Most of them, no,
Yes.
whoever can come, but 98% will not come. They think they know everything.
Yeah.
Whoever comes, yeah, they will come anyway. It is in our blood. But as you said, we should somehow bring local people so that they
Yeah.
come and participate, get a feel of it. And once they get it, they will not leave it. Like Indians, they will think twice, slow and all, but they are very fast.
Yes.
They are
Yes.
convinced, they do it.
Yes.
In Kansas, one Mataji was there, 78 years old.
Okay.
She was following very fast, and she got initiated also. She was not doing all right in health wise, but she finally, I heard, she got initiated. It was at the age of 78 or 80, can you imagine? So he also had a lot of influence with his family members because of her Krishna consciousness. She had a very extended family, big family.
Okay.
What she was saying long time back, maybe 3-4 years back.
How is Vichita group, Prabhu? Vichita?
Wichita Banwali Prabhu goes once in a while. We have our Monday and Wednesday call. We have one Raj Mataji. She is also maybe 75, 78 years old, but she's chanting, she's reading a lot, but she doesn't want to get any session or something like that. But she's doing good. Banwali Prabhu goes once in a year. Or not once. Earlier he used to go frequently when I was there, then 6 months, then 1 year. Now I think 1 year once.
Okay.
Visited. There are 4-5 families that are doing something. There is I think there's a group there, they do Saturday or Sunday program.
Okay.
And but once some seed is there, probably people will follow. But only thing is somebody should be there to take little initiative.
Yeah, you're right, Prabhu. You are there, so everything is going good.
Everything means, yeah, we used to force people to come, please come
Yes.
back. And also, people used to come, they used to participate.
You can also go once in a while and energize.
Yeah, you should go, but that place is such a place. By the time you will go to Europe and come back twice, than going to Wichita, the flight and other things.
Yes, yes.
Babuji has some work, so he goes.
Yes.
And he will board the flight whatever time. He will reach home at 1 or 2 o'clock night, 2 a.m.
Okay.
So he a lot of struggle, but still some seed is there. So people are now 4-5 families are there.
Okay.
But there's somebody should be there. Some American doctor, homeopathy doctors is doing good there.
Oh,
But
really?
see, I don't know, so Indian people don't participate. If some Indians we have that problem, when we
Yeah.
were there, who was there.
Yeah.
He's one of the people who has edited Maharaj's Journey Home book. He and his wife, they were there in Wichita. Maharaj was there 10 or 12 days in Wichita. Simply shut the door and in their home.
Oh.
12 days. And he told, don't communicate that I am here, anybody. No phone, nothing.
Okay.
The first book, But that is long before I went there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that. And devotee was the Ladin Shakti Prabhu and one Mataji, his wife, English professor. I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it will take time wherever they are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether Prabhuji will come today. Maybe we'll wait up to 9.
Yeah. I don't know. Mani Prabhu, he has a contact with him. I don't know.
Yeah, Mani Prabhu connected. So maybe he's busy or maybe he might be taking rest. He might have what. I don't know. Gokul Pira Mata is there. She can start something. We can talk. Mataji, Hare Krishna, are you there? Nandavat Pranam, Mataji. I don't know everybody.
We are in which chapter, Prabhu? 1 second.
I think 9th chapter.
We are last week we were doing the offenses, right?
Maybe last paragraph. I'm not sure. Still left. No, that's the last. Yeah, Prabhuji is not asking about any exam or something. That's good for time being. Mani Prabhu used to ask, when is the test, when is test? So he lost interest now. Maybe he's busy. I think Prabhuji, yeah, 9th chapter, 8th we are done. Yeah.
Yeah, last week was sinful. Yeah, we did that one. So, starting.
Prabhu, are you going to Sadhu Sangh this time?
Prabhu, we are planning to go to India, Prabhu, this year.
Okay. So when are you going to India?
What, Prabhu? Huh?
When you are going to India? When are you planning to go?
No, 3 years, Prabhu. Almost 3 years we went to India.
No. When in June, July, August? What time frame? What time?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, June, Prabhu. May and
Okay, so will not be there. We are also thinking of going.
okay.
I'm going for a few days for some work.
Oh, okay.
3 weeks now.
Okay.
Time. But we are thinking to go in June, May. We have that Sadhu Sangh.
Okay.
That too, Banwali Prabhu's got mercy. So he only booked. It seems it got over in 13 minutes.
Oh,
I didn't know. He used to ask me. So he did. Then he called me suddenly. I told Prabhuji, I'm going for a program. If you can do something. And then, yeah, we two families were going. I think another family who was here, Vivek Prabhu, he's also Tamil and devotee, very nice devotee. They have gone to Baltimore. They are coming. Banwali Prabhu is coming, and Banwali Prabhu booked for another one.
okay.
Then,
Actually, we went to 2016.
okay.
And we met Mataji, Gokul Priya Mataji. I met Mani Prabhu. That's the first time I met Mani Prabhu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mani Prabhu. Usually he will be there most of the time. We go to Pittsburgh whenever we go to Pittsburgh or New Vrindavan. We see them invariably. Ram Sundar Prabhu and all their devotees, Banwali Prabhu, and they
Yeah.
will be there. We get a chance to see them often.
Yes, Prabhu.
But anyway, you have good association, bro, so that's good.
Next year, maybe I will plan Prabhu Satsanga retreat.
Okay. We have never gone, Prabhu, so it is first.
Yeah, it is a very nice experience, Prabhu.
Mani Prabhu, are you there? Prabhuji? You have his phone number, Prabhuji? Somewhere we should call and find out so that he can talk to Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I tried to reach him and but it's going to voice message.
Okay.
Prabhu, it's 8 o'clock. We are also planning to go to college station.
Okay. So, Prabhu, yeah, I hear 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Maybe Prabhuji will join now or may not be. So, yeah, you go ahead, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's some work is there. So,
Yeah. So that no, I'm not sure whether today we'll have a class or not. So
that's it. So, I'll tell Prabhuji if he comes. I'll wait for another 5 minutes.
okay, Prabhu. Hare
He was
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Radhayatra Prabhu. This is Subhadra Rani Devidasi. Hare Krishna, Radhayatra Prabhuji. Haribol, this is Subhadra Rani Devidasi.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam, Shila Prabhupada. I'm sorry.
Dandot Pranam, Shila Prabhupada and Gaudiya.
Yeah, Prabhuji will be coming in 5 minutes. That's what my wife told.
Oh,
So
I just called Gokula Priya Mataji and she said she will be coming in 3 minutes.
okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam, Prabhuji. Shila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Prabhu. Jai Shri
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Algo
Hare
Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada and Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Madam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam, Algo Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Subhadra Rani Devidasi.
Hare Krishna. Madam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Dandavat to everybody. Are we? Were you discussing something so far?
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji. Actually, yeah, earlier you used to do that. So you have to delegate, I think, to Gokul Mataji so that she will start maybe.
Yeah. So what we should do is if I'm delayed by any reason, right, or if I'm not there, then at least you all can read and discuss amongst each other.
That will be good, Prabhu. Yeah. If we have any doubt, we can come back. Yeah.
Right. So at least, that way the discussion is going on. Okay. Let me.
Pandurang Prabhu was there, and they were there up to 9:05, so they have to go somewhere. Told to inform you. They left.
Sure.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. All Krishna.
Hari Hari. Nilkant Prabhu ki jai. Dandavat Nilkant Prabhu. Om Adyanti Nirandasya Jnanandjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Savidam Yena Bhutale Swami Kadanam Nadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Suyutapadakmalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Cha Gunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinamandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Just 1 second.
Mataji, where we are, Mataji? No? 9th chapter or?
8th chapter, offenses.
9th chapter, Mataji? Okay.
Chapter, offenses. Last paragraph.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. All right. Where are we?
Last paragraph of 8th chapter, I think.
8th chapter or 9th chapter, Prabhu?
8th chapter.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay. Yes. The 10 offenses against the holy name.
10 offenses.
Hare Krishna. This is actually the most important subject matter for all the sadhakas. So this is actually the root. If we can just fix this one thing, our spiritual life will become perfect. What do you think?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. That's true.
Okay, so last time we discussed the first offense. Are we good on the first offense?
Yes.
Okay. So let us discuss the second offense now. Who would like to read?
I can read it.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Sometimes the atheistic class of men take it that any demigod is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. But one who is a devotee knows that no demigod, however great he may be, is independently as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, if someone thinks that he can chant Kali, Kali, Durga, Durga, and it is the same as Hare Krishna, that is the greatest offense. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So, what do you think about this? Any thoughts, comments? Yes.
Brahma and Shiva, they're always glorifying Lord. So that's one thing. And Krishna also says, he is the master of this universe. Everything comes out, even this material world, spiritual world, or everything is originating from him. It's like going to a police station and garlanding some inspector. I don't know. Prabhupada said somewhere in front of police chief or something of the police station. It is really insulting to a human being. Obviously, it will be. I don't know whether Krishna say takes the offense or not, but since we feel that's not proper, going to a family and instead of praising, or respecting children, not respecting the parents.
No, so what is this offense? This basically, what is it saying? It is not actually disrespecting Krishna. What they are saying, what it is mentioned is that to consider the names of demigods to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu.
Right.
You see?
Right. To consider the names of them.
Equal to. Or independent. What do you think, Neil, going to?
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, there is a wonderful story also on this, where a
What story?
Brahmana, where a Brahmana is caught up by the devil. I mean, he's a Sri Vaishnava. He's caught up by the devil, and then he would say, I would just do last prayer to the Lord and come. Then he would give different iterations that, hey, I'll kill, I'll take the sin of killing a cow. Then the devil would say that, there is an atonement for that. So he tells something else. There is an atonement for that. So he goes on repeating many instructions. At the end, he says one instruction, which is this. Then this devil would leave, because there is no atonement for this if one treats demigods equal to the Lord.
Really?
And then he goes and then he comes back. So. And then later the devil becomes his disciple, and then he gets
Hare Krishna. Jai. So why is it an offense to consider the names equal? Why is it an offense? Like, fine, if somebody is considering the names equal, okay, fine. Why is it an offense? Yes.
So undermining somebody's authority, Prabhuji, because of lack of knowledge or something.
But it's not undermining, right?
We are not giving full respect to Supreme Personality of Godhead.
That's not, the respect is there, right? You're respecting Krishna.
But comparatively,
but why should Krishna feel bad if we are considering other demigods as equal to him? Will Krishna feel bad?
Prabhu, like this, I think in front of king, if we are all the ministers are equal, if we say like that, so that will be it's like it's like offense, right, Prabhuji? Is there are not equal in ministers and king is not equal, right, Prabhuji? Why it's offense means I don't know.
Prabhupada says that is the greatest offense. If someone thinks that chant Kali Kali or Durga Durga and it is same as Hare Krishna, that is the greatest offense.
Because the persons you are taking the name or respecting, they themselves feel offended, Prabhuji. Is that right? Because
so if we are chanting Om Namah Shivaya,
Shiva will feel
offending Lord Shiva.
Prabhuji, can you repeat?
If somebody is chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
No, but if you are glorifying Lord Shiva in front of Vishnu or Krishna, obviously Lord Shivji himself is praying Krishna like anything, or just glorifying Krishna in many instances like anything. So obviously he will feel bad. As Mataji
So chanting Om Namah Shivaya is okay, you're saying?
chanting, no, if it is glorifying a devotee, if Shivji is a devotee and chanting Shiva's name is just glorifying him, not comparing or making equal to Krishna, that seems to be okay to me. But
so you're saying considering Shiva equal to Krishna is okay?
No, if chanting means glorifying, I can glorify a devotee. Prabhuji, if I glorify a devotee, Krishna will be happy. So if Lord Shiva is a devotee of, Krishna, No, will be happy, but comparing or making him equal, that's where because Shiva himself will feel offended because he is directing everybody to go there, or he is glorifying someone like Hanumanji. If somebody prays Lord Ramchandra, he will be very happy. But in front of Lord Ramchandra, if somebody prays Hanuman, obviously he will be feel embarrassed. So that is one offense. Don't know, Prabhuji, what's the...
Any other thoughts? So, basically, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshayishami ma shuchaha. That surrender to me alone, right? So the principle is to surrender to Krishna. And when we are chanting Hare Krishna, the chanting of Hare Krishna is actually an act of surrender. We are surrendering to Krishna through that process of chanting. Right? So through the process of chanting, we're actually surrendering to Krishna. So here, this offense is that to consider the names of demigods such as Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to. Right? So when we consider the names of demigods equal, what is happening is thinking that I can surrender to others and they are equally powerful to Krishna. So simply by chanting the Durga, Durga, I will attain the same perfection. So then what's happening is we are minimizing the holy name of Krishna. Right? We're minimizing the holy name of Krishna. And because we are minimizing the holy name of Krishna, the holy name will not reveal itself to us. The holy name is a person. And it reciprocates with our consciousness. We discussed last time. We blaspheme devotees, we chant Hare Krishna. We are being duplicitous. Right? Like we invite somebody to our home and we feed them nice prasadam. Say, please come, let me feed you nice prasadam. And then after feeding them prasadam, we beat them with a stick. Is it okay?
No.
Right? It's duplicitous. And that's what actually we are doing. When we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are actually serving Krishna nicely. When we are blaspheming devotees, we are beating Krishna with a stick. So similarly, when we are actually, so the holy name is a person, it reciprocates with our consciousness. So when the holy name sees that we are actually not understanding the potency of the holy name and we are dividing our faith, we are distributing our faith, we are thinking that actually names of other demigods are equally powerful, then what happens is, the holy name does not reveal itself to us. Right? So it's extremely important to always be cognizant of Krishna's position. So we are not talking about minimizing the demigods, but we are talking about equating the demigods. So two things. One is it's not equal, and second thing is not independent. Everything is in relation with Krishna. So sometimes we see in Vrindavan there are temples of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is Kshetrapal. He is the protector of the dham. So devotees go to the temple of Lord Shiva and pray to him and worship him. But it's completely dependent of Krishna, knowing that Lord Shiva is protecting the dham. Right? So that principle is perfectly fine. But the principle of thinking that it is independent and Lord Shiva is great, he is the topmost, then Hare Krishna will not, chanting of Hare Krishna will not reveal Krishna Prem to us. Right? Krishna will not reveal himself and his potencies to us. So that is the principle here. Right? So principle is that Krishna is the supreme personality of God. It is the source of everything. Krishna says, Aham Adiri Devanam. I am the source of all the demigods and the sages. Krishna is the source of all the demigods and the sages. So this type of mentality of not putting complete faith and surrendering to Krishna will not result in the full benefits of the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we must be extremely clear on who is our master. Right? Is that okay?
Prabhuji, is anybody there in ISKCON who doesn't think that Krishna is their master, or it's obviously offense, but
No, basically our faith is also distributed many times, right? We think, chalo, let's pray to the demigods also. What's the problem? This is my family deity, let's pray to her also. Or, it's, what's wrong in actually worshipping the demigods? You see?
yes.
So sometimes there is a gray area. And we float in that gray area. Does it make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji, yeah, some family linga.
Nobody may explicitly say, but in our heart we may sometimes, have that type of a not so very fixed mentality. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Prabhuji, in that case, if that person is thinking that whoever is the family deity is the servant of Krishna, then is it okay?
Yeah, absolutely. We should worship our, family, demigods in proper understanding that they are actually servants of Krishna. And we pray to them for mercy. And we pray to them that please give us Krishna Prema. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Next one. Who would like to read next one?
I will read, Prabhuji.
Okay.
To disobey the order of spiritual master.
Hare Krishna. Why is this offense against the holy name?
Spiritual master will show you the Krishna, Prabhuji. So the person who serves day and night Krishna and 24 hours Krishna in his mind, obviously he is one of the greatest devotee. If we insult his
this is not insulting, disobeying. You know what is disobeying?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, not indirectly. If you are not listening to him or trying to carry out, means executing his order or something, obviously you are not going to go anywhere, because your spiritual master's objective is to make Krishna available to you or guide you in that path so that you can reach back to Godhead. So obviously, if you are not listening to him, means you are not listening to Krishna. Spiritual master is not no other than Krishna himself externally. So I represent it.
Any other thoughts?
Prabhuji, the instructions of the spiritual master is as good as instructions from the Lord himself, because he's a representative of the Lord, and he's coming from a bona fide disciplic succession where he follows his spiritual master. So, and it is also said in Guru Ashtakam that Sakshad Dharitvena Samasya Sasya Uktastata Vetaya Sabdi. So there is no difference between spiritual master. His spiritual master is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's a servitor of Godhead. So his instructions is as good as receiving instructions from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if we disobey his instruction, that means we are disobeying. That means we are disobeying the instructions of the Lord. So when we do that, then the mercy of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is taken off from us, and it won't really reveal it to us.
Hare Krishna. So, the orders of spiritual master help us to make spiritual progress. We're chanting Hare Krishna to make spiritual progress. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, when the spiritual master is guiding us, instructing us, telling us things, giving us orders, and then we don't take that seriously, then what happens is we are actually telling Krishna that I'm not very interested in making progress. He's saying, I'm not very interested. We're not telling, but we are actually indicating that. We are talking through our actions. So when we are actually doing like that, then the holy name says that, well, this devotee is not very interested. So this devotee is not very interested. He is not even actually following the orders of somebody who is actually, is well-wisher. Then what is the use of giving him mercy? So we are again defeating our own purpose. We are again being duplicitous. Right? So that's why this is considered to be a very important offense. Is sign of sincerity is we take the orders of our spiritual master as our life and soul. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekehe kuru nandana bahu shakha yadantascha buddhayo vyasayinam. Prabhupada says in the purport to this, that actually one must make the orders of spiritual master as his life and soul. So that type of sincerity, that type of determination will actually help a sadhaka to make rapid progress. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So one must actually take this as one of the most important formulas for spiritual progress, is to really identify what does my spiritual master ask from me. What are his orders? Do we know the orders of our spiritual master? That is the first question. Right? Many times you don't even know what are the orders of spiritual master. Do you know the order of your spiritual master? He's going to
Yes, Prabhuji.
What is? Tell us some orders.
Maharaj said to 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 do the service and chanting of the holy names very sincerely, to follow strict sadhana, to uh, to actually be diligent with the devotees, and always to be in the mood of servant while associating with the devotees. And even during initiation, Maharaj helps us to repeat these instructions that we should follow the four regulative principles and chant the holy names very attentively, sincerely, at least 16 rounds, and always be in the mood of the servant in spreading the mission of Srila Prabhupada. And, there are a few other instructions also, Prabhuji, which Maharaj gave, which basically talks about when we do kirtan, it should be for the pleasure of the Lord, and 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 always whenever we associate with other devotees, we should not think about our sense gratification, but we should somehow try to please Krishna through that service, and then do not associate with the opposite gender for our own sense gratification, something in those lines. There are three, four more instructions, Prabhuji, which Maharaj has given.
Okay. That's a big list over there.
I think I always feel that the more we hear Maharaj's classes, then his instructions are revealed to us very nicely through his classes and through devotees. So regularly having touch with Maharaj through his lectures, it is very helpful because he gives all the instructions in his classes.
Hare Krishna. Rathyadra Prabhu, what are the orders of your spiritual master?
Prabhuji, I don't remember what Maharaj told, but to sum up, exactly, Maharaj said, chant your rounds sincerely, 16 rounds. Then don't offense any devotees, and serve the devotees to best of your abilities. I think basically whatever Nil Govind Prabhu said, those things Maharaj repeated in 2011. I mean, Maharaj said to us those days, I can't tell anything more, whatever Nil Govind Prabhu said, but this is the summary, if I remember. 6 years.
Subhadra Devi Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What are the orders of your spiritual master?
When we took the initiation, that time Maharaj told the same thing, Prabhuji. 16 rounds and 16 rounds, and follow the regulative principles and be like this servant of servant. Maharaj tells in every lecture humility, gratitude. Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah. Just when we are hearing the lectures, Prabhuji, points, whatever the Maharaj is telling, then that is an instruction for the disciple. Once in Bhakti Center, Maharaj told that whoever the disciples are not getting personal instruction, then they can take the instruction from the lecture, whatever the lectures we are hearing, Maharaj lectures, and that is the instruction for the disciple. It's a question and answers session, Prabhuji, maybe 2 years ago.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you.
Very nice, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kamal Mataji.
Maharaj instruction. And Maharaj, one more thing also he will mention, right, Prabhu, while giving initiations, give respect to all other disciples, all other. This is like a community of Prabhupada. We have to respect everybody, all Prabhupada disciples and disciples of Prabhupada, disciples of disciples, like that. Respect everybody, like that also, Prabhu.
Okay. Anything else?
Prabhuji Maharaj.
Mani Prabhu.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Prabhuji. Go ahead.
Mani Prabhu, are you there?
Okay.
Gokul Priya Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. I'm almost dozing off, but you are talking about very nice topics.
Hare Krishna. What are the instructions of, what are the orders of your spiritual master?
Yeah, Nilgon Prabhu and Shudra Rani Mataji, they said very nicely. I also said ditto on those what they said. And a couple things which I try to do, as crazy I am, I'm not able to, is love Krishna with your heart, all your soul. Kunti Maharani also says in Journey Home book, Maharaj mentioned that verse in the top, in the first page. So let my attraction be only to Krishna, to nothing else. That is one of the thing. And the other thing is always taking shelter of the holy name. These are the two that hits me the most. Yeah. Yeah, not able to get there yet, but
Orders of the spiritual master. Needs to be the orders of the spiritual master. Yeah, so this is a very deep subject, but at the same time, it's the heartbeat of our spiritual life. Srila Prabhupada was meditating on the orders of his spiritual master for his whole life. In fact, I remember this is in 2001, and I was asking Chandramali Swami Maharaj. I said, Maharaj, we are supposed to actually follow the orders of our spiritual master, but some of the orders may be extremely difficult, right? Like, Maharaj, what is one instruction that is practically found in every lecture of Maharaj? Wonderful. Thank you.
Very difficult, Prabhuji, to follow that.
This is one instruction that Maharaj practically repeats in every lecture. Right? And this is one instruction that we are constantly disobeying. At least I am disobeying. All of you are sincere Vaishnavas, so you probably would be following nicely. But I know that this is one instruction that is a very tall order. So I was asking Chandramani Maharaj that, Maharaj, how some of the orders of the spiritual master are extremely difficult. What should we do? You want to guess what Maharaj replied?
Follow the instructions of your spiritual master.
So Chandramani Maharaj said, very simple thing he said actually. He said that, yes, many a times the orders of the spiritual master may be very difficult. But he said, if you simply meditate on the orders, if you keep on meditating on the order, then gradually you will get the strength to follow it. So I felt that was a very beautiful answer, beautiful pointer that Chandramani Maharaj gave, which is very practical, very doable, and very powerful, right? And in fact, this is what Srila Prabhupada did. If you see, Srila Prabhupada throughout his whole life, he could not follow the order of his spiritual master, right, for so many years. When did he receive the instruction from Bhaktisiddhanta to go to the West and preach? When
he met him for the first time.
What is that?
When he met him for the first time.
First time. How old was Prabhupada that time?
College student, Prabhu.
How old was Srila Prabhupada when he received the instruction?
Prabhuji, I think he is 20.
28 or something.
Because after 11 years, he takes initiation from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur after meeting him for the first time.
How old was Srila Prabhupada? When he received that instruction?
19 years, Prabhu.
2 more chances.
32, Prabhuji.
1 last chance.
17, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada was 26 years old at that time.
26.
In 1922, Srila Prabhupada met Bhaktisiddhanta for the first time. Right? Is it right?
Yeah, the year is correct, Prabhuji. 1922. And in 1933, he took initiation.
How shall I serve you? Okay, college, marriage. Very nice, saintly person.
Prabhuji, it is there, Prabhuji, in this book itself, Nectar of Devotion, the author at the back, 405 page. At their first meeting in 1922, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur requested Srila Prabhupada to broadcast Vedic knowledge through the English language. In the years followed, Srila Prabhupada's commentary on Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, 1922. So, what is the birth year of Srila Prabhupada?
1896.
What is the birth year of Srila Prabhupada? Anybody knows?
1896, Prabhuji.
1896. Fantastic. So, how old was Prabhupada?
26.
Fantastic. You're all brilliant math students.
Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhupada received the instruction when he was 26 years old. And at what age Srila Prabhupada came to the West?
1965, which is
69.
69, 71, 69.
69. So how many years later Srila Prabhupada executed the instruction of his Guru Maharaj?
43 years old.
43 years.
Wow.
Wow. You're all nice engineers and intelligent math students. 43 years Srila Prabhupada was not able to follow that instruction. Right? But what was he doing 43 years?
Meditating. He at least remembered his instructions.
He was meditating.
At least he remembered. That's a good point. At least he remembered.
Meditated.
Meditated.
He was meditating regularly on the instruction of his Guru Maharaj. Regularly he was meditating.
Not only meditating, Prabhuji, he was also acting on it. There were failures, but he was constantly acting on it.
He was constantly trying. So the meditation was pushing him to try. Right? So that is what it does. So we need to at least first understand what are the orders of our spiritual master. What are the critical, important instructions? Right? First step is that. So yes, chanting 16 nouns, following 4 regular principles, awesome, awesome. Becoming a servant of devotees, that's tough one. That's a tough one. Right? Becoming humble, becoming tolerant, giving respect to others, and not expecting for ourselves. That's tough one.
Hare Krishna.
Right?
Prabhuji, I feel it is next to impossible, Prabhuji. I keep walked on always in my life, but I think by the association of devotees somehow surviving. But it's very difficult, Prabhuji, very difficult.
And the reason it is difficult is because we do not remember it. We do not meditate upon it. If we are meditating, then when we are tested, we remember, hey, I'm supposed to be humble. I'm supposed to be tolerant. I'm supposed to be respecting this other devotee. But we don't meditate. We don't remember. So the point is that first is, let us do an exercise today. List down all the important instructions that you recollect in your entire life that you've heard from Maharaj, you've met Maharaj, you've directly, indirectly, through lectures. Come up with like a list of most important instructions that you feel that Maharaj has given. And then we meditate on it daily. Part of the problem is we don't even know what are the orders of spiritual. Right? So,
Prabhuji, my request is like we can share those orders, like devotees orders, in our WhatsApp group, so that way everyone can see the other,
Yeah. I would even say that let us write down, and then in our next class, each one shares that, reads it aloud. So that becomes a little bit more personal activity, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And of course, share it on WhatsApp as well, our WhatsApp group. So, but of course, we practically could write books and books on orders of spiritual master, but we want to keep it to one page. So filter out and put the most prominent ones. And in fact, to put it all in an essence, right? I was mentioning this earlier, that in Chicago on Maharaj's birthday, Maharaj was, at Balram Prabhu's home, and there was just a very handful devotees there, and Maharaj came. He did not speak anything. And then as Maharaj was leaving, devotees asked Maharaj, Maharaj, could you please, tell us something? Right? Just imagine, you are with Maharaj for 1 hour and he doesn't speak anything. You will feel, arey yaar, something we should speak, right? Even though Maharaj has spoken unlimited lectures, still we want him to speak something.
Hare Krishna.
Right? So nevertheless, devotees were like, okay, Maharaj, speak something. So Maharaj spoke. What did Maharaj speak? Anybody remembers?
I remember you telling this during Maharaj appearance day.
Yeah.
Last year. I think to read Prabhupada books was one of the instructions. And be nice to each other.
The first one was be nice to each other. The first one. What do you mean by be nice to each other? That's one instruction order which we very often do not follow.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Right? What do you mean by be nice to each other? Be nice means be nice.
Giving respect.
Giving respect.
Prabhu, cooperation.
Cooperation.
Understanding.
Understanding. Actually, be nice means be nice. That's it. Be nice. Don't be mean. You know what is being mean? What do you mean by being mean?
Be means working for our sense gratification.
It's being selfish.
Selfish.
Making hurtful remarks to others. Right? Speaking things that will pain others. Right? Demanding something from others. Envying others. Somebody is doing something and we don't like it, so externally we may be nice, but then we will talk something and minimize them. Be nice. Be nice. That's it. Be nice. Be loving. Be nice. Right?
Prabhuji, the problem, this is a very good instruction. The problem is like, Prabhuji,
Maharaj didn't say that respect others. Maharaj didn't say that worship others. Maharaj didn't say that don't offend others. Maharaj said be nice to each other. Yes, Nilgundu.
Prabhuji, when we are down, like when somebody is put down, then we try to put them down, something in those
Nice
lines. At this time we kind of probably, I'm talking for myself, probably, because when the hype of negative things do come, then we also try to put others down. At this time, like, it is very difficult to remember the concept of be nice to each other and another person. Literally, it is kind of very difficult, Prabhuji. As you said, like, we will try to remember that, always try to meditate on that.
So first instruction Maharaj gave, nothing complicated, nothing extraordinary. Be nice to each other. Second, he said that chant your rounds sincerely and authentically. Right? Third was to read and study Srila Prabhupada's books. So what we are doing today is extremely important. Reading and studying of devotion. Fourth was be loyal to the movement of Srila Prabhupada. Be loyal. Nowadays we see that, so many devotees, they talk about, like, not being fanatic, not being like, almost saying that, okay, take it easy, right? But the point is, be loyal. So Prabhupada, it's a very thin line to understand how to be loyal and how, where to kind of, where we may get distracted. But that's like the essence, right? Be nice to each other. Hare Krishna. So let us, everybody, please put together your most important instructions that you feel that Maharaj has given. And then we start meditating. Hare Krishna. Very, very important offense. We cannot get taste for the holy name if we continue to disobey our spiritual master. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Any comments, questions, confusion? Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasado yasya prasada nagadi kutopi. Right? If spiritual master is pleased with you, then your spiritual life will become perfect. On a daily basis, are we thinking, am I pleasing my spiritual master? Right? Am I pleasing my spiritual master? Am I talking in the way which will be pleasing to spiritual master? Am I dressing in a way that is pleasing? Am I behaving in a way that is pleasing? Am I keeping myself, my surroundings in a way that is pleasing to spiritual master? Am I dealing with other devotees, my family members in a way that is pleasing to the spiritual master? So we should be. One devotee was saying very nicely that whenever we act, we should always put a filter. Whenever we act or speak, we put a filter and ask ourselves first, what I'm going to speak, will it be pleasing to my spiritual master? You see, how I'm acting, will it be pleasing to my spiritual master?
Okay, when do you think this? If it is, obviously you're going to talk or preparing, but something is instantaneous, it becomes. Unless
So
you
then,
are meditating day in, day out.
what that means is there is nothing instantaneous in our life. When it is instantaneous, we are in trouble.
As you said, if you are meditating, obviously it will come. 24 hours if you are thinking about our Maharaj and his instructions.
Slow down. Slow down. The time has come to slow down. Where we think and talk, we think and act, we put our filter.
If we
Yes, Mataji.
sorry, Prabhu. If we get angry with the family members, then that is very difficult to put the filter and everything, Prabhu, that time. With the
Yeah.
other devotees, we can think a little, but with the family members, it is difficult.
Well, spiritual life is not easy. We cannot say something in front of devotees and something else in front of our family members. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
It is not said here that to disobey the spiritual masters only in case of dealing with devotees.
Yeah.
In case of family members, we can disobey the spiritual master.
Oh, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I'm telling it is difficult. Then how I can follow that?
Absolutely. It's extremely difficult. What to talk about family members? Even those devotees with whom we have been hanging around for a long time, we become familiar. And we start committing offense. We start talking to them in a frivolous way. We start, hurting anybody with whom we are familiar. Family members, because we stay with them every day. If we stay with devotees every
Prabhuji,
day,
question.
yes.
Prabhuji, when somebody is trying to put you down, and at that moment, what should be our approach? Like, I mean, we have to just set aside because they are also devotees. So, I mean, like if somebody is trying to,
Somebody is putting us down. Somebody is putting us down. The principle is very simple. Tolerate and be humble. And even more difficult than that is be nice to them. That's what Maharaj said. Be nice to each other. Be nice to them. So humble and tolerant is still manageable.
yes,
How
Prabhuji.
can you be nice to somebody who's putting you down?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Right? So there's no justification from Shastras
Yes, Prabhuji.
that we can use to say that if somebody is putting me down, I should beat them up.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, do we have to be compassionate to them because they are in kind of ignorance?
Well, they may be right.
Yes, Prabhuji.
They may be right. It's just that they are putting us down, so we feel they are wrong.
Sometimes they are correcting us indirectly.
Sometimes they are correcting us, but we think they are wrong because they are putting us down.
Because false ego comes into picture that I am right.
False ego comes. So point is, compassion is very far. First is compassion. Reduce your passion.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That is first. And what that is humble. Take a humble position. Be tolerant. Almost accept it. That yes. Srivas Thakur accepted. Right? Srivas Thakur was blasphemed by Gopal Chapal. Gopal Chapal said that Srivas is actually doing Kali worship in mode of ignorance. Srivas accepted. He said, yes, this is right. I'm doing it. I'm so fallen. Accept it. Take a humble position, become tolerant, accept it. At least that's what Maharaj says. I know I don't do that. It's tough. But if we continuously meditate, be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice, humble, tolerant, respect, no expect respect, constantly meditating, right? And when somebody is saying something, we be nice. Okay, fine. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, if we are doing some service and we didn't get that appreciation, but the same service is done by some other devotee and people are glorifying the devotee, then in that position, how we have to think, especially I'm asking from myself.
Be nice to them. Right?
Yeah.
If we are not being appreciated, somebody else is being appreciated
For the same service.
for the same service, we take it positively. See, if we start seeing Krishna's hand in everything, we will become very blissful. So we should think that Krishna did not arrange for me to be appreciated.
Hare Krishna.
Which means that that maybe I did not do the service properly.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So let me improve my seva. And Krishna did not arrange for me to be appreciated. Maybe because Krishna feels that I will continue with my seva without appreciation. And then we have to say, why I need appreciation? Right? Like when a mother is actually waking up in the middle of a night for a child, does she expect appreciation?
No, Prabhuji.
Right? She doesn't expect that next morning the whole family should appreciate her. Say, yeah, you're so nice, you're so great. You took care of your child in the middle of the night. It'll be nice if she's appreciated, and actually she should be appreciated because she is sacrificing, so it'll be nice. She doesn't expect. Not that if she doesn't get, then she won't do that next night. Next night she will not wake up because nobody appreciated her. That's love. So maybe Krishna is telling us that, hey, if you love me, continue with your service with or without appreciation.
Yeah,
And when
Prabhuji.
others are getting appreciated for the same service, then we should think that, oh, this is nice. This devotee deserves it. This devotee is sincere. Maybe he needs that. Maybe this is the encouragement this devotee needs. Let me also appreciate.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Yep. Thank you, Prabhuji.
It's very difficult. Again, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult, Prabhuji. But
actually, we have to understand all these things are happening simply to test us. We are being directly tested by Krishna. And if we pass the test, Krishna gives us advancement. Krishna gives us taste for the holy name. Because these are all petty, petty, unnecessary, unwanted desires which have no meaning. In front of Krishna Prem, these are completely unnecessary. So Krishna is testing us. Everything that happens, Krishna is testing us. How we will respond. Again, do we have our filter on? The filter, what is our filter?
Be nice to each other.
Is this pleasing to my spiritual master? Will this be pleasing to my spiritual master? The filter is when I'm talking, when I'm acting, when I'm sleeping, when I'm doing everything, when I'm eating. Will this be pleasing to my spiritual master? There's a filter. Other devotees getting appreciated, I did not get appreciated. How should I respond to this? Is this pleasing to my spiritual master? What will be pleasing to my spiritual master? And we do that. Is it okay, Mataji?
Yep. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, in this instance, what would please the spiritual master?
You tell me. You have known Maharaj for a long time. What will be pleasing to him?
I think we should also appreciate that devotee wholeheartedly.
Devotee is getting appreciated. we participate in that appreciation and we thank and we rejoice. We feel happy from our heart, from the core of our heart, not externally. In the core of our heart, we feel happy for the devotee. That's pleasing to the spiritual master.
Prabhuji, actually, Radha Gopinath Prabhuji, he tells in one of the classes, Prabhuji. One time Radhanath Maharaj told in the class, and he said about this, that one devotee worked so much. He put his heart and soul, his life into it, and then he did that service very nicely, and then all the devotees started appreciating him. And then at that time, Maharaj said that if a devotee really appreciates the other devotee wholeheartedly, then he will also get equal benefit of what the devotee has done.
Yeah. And also, when somebody is appreciating a devotee and we feel happy when that devotee is being appreciated, Maharaj said we will make more progress than that devotee.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can you imagine? If we feel happy from the core of our heart, we will make more progress than that devotee. So simple, right? Shortcut to spiritual progress.
Yes.
Let everybody else do lots of hard, wonderful services, and we feel happy for that. Shortcut. Right?
Prabhuji, that also happens when our anarthas are reduced, because we cannot just be happy just like that wholeheartedly.
That's the trick. That's the trick. And in order for our anarthas to be clear and to feel happy for them, we have to churn. We have to churn through our japa, through our seva, through our reading, we have to churn. Out, Krishna, please let me be happy for other devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Cry out like that. And then when that churning happens, anarthas are going out. And Krishna will be very happy. Saying, oh, this devotee wants to feel happy. Let me help him. Let me help him quickly. Shortcut. So today we are learning the shortcut to spiritual progress. So by avoiding these 10 offenses is shortcut. Otherwise, it's long cut. Hare Krishna. Anything else anyone has?
Yeah, Prabhuji, this reminds, as you are summarizing towards the end, one of the lecture maybe 20, 25, 30 years back, Maharaj I had recently was telling all his disciples, disciples in the that everything he was telling, if you are trying to please Krishna, then there should not be anything else. Your objective should be pleasing Krishna. He was advising cook, he was advising pujaris, he was advising devotees, and he was advising anybody who comes to the temple, and he was telling, if you are cooking, and you should cook with the mood that how Krishna will be pleased, not that how devotees will praise you. When you are dressing deities, or when you are making garland for deities, you should not think that you are making best of the garlands, but you should be how Krishna will be pleased.
So one thing we have to understand
Prabhuji.
is we cannot please Krishna without pleasing devotees. So
Correct. Yeah.
without having clean, loving relationships with devotees, Krishna is not pleased.
That is first thing. Yes.
So we cannot independently please Krishna. Sometimes you think, I'll please Krishna. Let me become a good devotee. But then devotees are having hurt feelings with us. You think Krishna will be pleased?
No.
Right? So we should be very conscious of our surroundings. So pleasing devotees and pleasing Krishna. That's why before Krishna comes Guru. Pleasing Guru. Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasado. Right. If you want to please Krishna, you first satisfy the spiritual master. And spiritual master is very clear. You want to please the spiritual master, you follow his instructions. And the instruction of the spiritual master is be nice to each other. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Actually, we should write be nice to each other in like big font. Print it and put it in every room and everywhere we walk around. Right?
Oh, it's a very good idea, Prabhuji.
But again, first we have to apply that to us. Huh? We should not say, hey, Prabhuji, Maharaj said, be nice to each other. Why are you not being nice to me? So that's the first thing that will come to our mind. He'll say, Prabhuji, thank you. I know these 10 devotees who are not nice to me.
Hare Krishna.
They need to hear this.
Prabhuji, mind is so tricky, Prabhuji. Whenever we are hearing something, it will say apply it to that one, apply it to that person, apply it to this person.
But that's how Maya tricks us. And Maya
Tricky.
blocks our progress. So when a class is going on, immediately our data analytics program starts in our brain. And it says, this instruction is for Neil Govind Prabhu. This instruction is for Rath Yatra Prabhu. That instruction is for Gokul Premadi. That instruction is for Subhadra Nival. Cut. The analytics starts. And we feel, Maharaj, what a wonderful class. If your disciples follow this, community will become so strong. And we forgot that we have to follow the orders of our spiritual master and we don't get taste for the Holy Name. And while we are well-wishers of all other devotees around us, we forgot ourselves. And Maya actually took us for a ride. So that's the challenge. Mind and Maya are more intelligent than us. They are way ahead in the game. But that's why we have to keep the noise of the mind aside and keep the filter in the forefront. What is the filter?
Is it pleasing my spiritual master?
What I'm going to speak, will it be pleasing to my spiritual master? What I'm going to act, is it pleasing to my spiritual master? All right. So I think this is a good meditation. Thank you to all of you for enabling this and giving the opportunity to share. Because we all want to make rapid progress in our bhakti. And these are the gems. Thank you all very much. I wish you all a very wonderful weekend and a happy week. Today is Ekadashi on the East Coast. So, nice day to actually meditate on the spiritual master's orders. So, let us continue to chant and hear and engage in our respective sevas on this wonderful day. Have a nice week and be nice to each other. And we will meet again next Saturday.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhu.
you so much, Prabhuji.
Being nice
Thank
to
you,
me.
Prabhuji.
Very grateful to
Very
you.
nice class. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patinaam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय,
Jai.
श्री होलीनेस राधानाथ स्वामी महाराज की जय.
Thank you for the
Thank you,
wonderful
Prabhu.
class.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Jai
Pranam.
Shyam Sundar Prabhuji ki jai. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare
Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण. नील गोविंद प्रभु की जय हो.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
हरि बोल.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice class.
Thank you for your association. You look ecstatic.
Oh, after your class.
Because you are serving Mataji nicely, so you are happy.
Oh, Prabhuji, I'm trying to. I'm not pleasing her that much. So,
You are a sincere devotee.
Hare Krishna.
So Krishna will make all your desires. Krishna will fulfill.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, I will see you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, I'm eager.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hari Bol. Dhanyavad. Hare
I'll see you in the evening, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Dhanyavad.